Hello, friends, and welcome to the Capitalize Your Best podcast, where we help you capitalize on what you do best to grow your revenue. My name is Gordon Duncan. I'm the owner of Capitalize Marketing and Consulting, and this show is part of the Capitalize Your Best podcast network. We have four shows. On Monday is This Is Gonna Hurt, which is about making a better you personally. Tuesday is the newly relaunched Coach Training Partners, which helps coaches grow their revenue and create programs. Today on Wednesday is the Capitalize Your Best show. On Thursday, right now, we don't have a podcast, but we do have a live 11 a.m. coaching call. And then on Fridays, we have the You're Entitled to Your Opinion podcast, which is pop culture. So, friends, thank you for joining us. And that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about a hybrid of the Wednesday and Friday show. As you can see, this little corner of my office has got awards and my Kiss stuff, and you got a superhero frame over here. I love some pop culture. And I want to talk about three lessons that we can learn from marketing in pop culture. It doesn't matter if you're in real estate, it doesn't matter if you own a coffee shop. These lessons from pop culture work, and they will transform your marketing. And so let's go ahead and hop right in. Now, number one, the first thing I would encourage you about your marketing is you have to be everywhere. Everywhere. You've got to be on social media. You've got to be on email. You've got to have a website. You've got to be texting. You've got to be calling. Do not worry whether people are going to get bored or not. They will self-select. If they get tired of you, they will self-select. Look at the recent launch of Wicked for Good, the sequel, of course, to Wicked. Just a massive opening. I think it's the fourth biggest opening of the year overall. It's the largest opening of a musical ever. Massive. You can't go anywhere without finding Wicked. It's showing up. I've got a Roku back here. It's popping up everywhere. Dancing with the Stars did a Wicked night. It's on social media. I mean, they are everywhere. They're not missing anywhere. I'm sure there's a Happy Meal or some restaurant somewhere. I just don't know, but I can't go anywhere right now without seeing Wicked. And my daughter Emma has seen it 3 times. She's probably going to see it one more time. They are everywhere. And if you're like, well, people are going to get tired of me if I do that. First of all, it's hard enough to get people's attention. You have got to be everywhere. If you look in the background here of my favorite band, Kiss, this over here is a puzzle. This is a poster. This is a clock. Up here, there's a couple autograph albums. There's the autobiographies of the band. They're everywhere. And granted, Kiss is over 50 years old. You might say that doesn't matter anymore. But I'm telling you what, the bands that are popular right now are everywhere. They are everywhere. And they're doing that on purpose because they're beginning to see that they have brand possibilities outside just social media. So, guys, first takeaway, you got to be everywhere. Two, not only do you have to be everywhere, you have to be relentless. You have to keep going and going and going. You don't know, as Gary Vee says, you're only one post away from absolutely making a ton of money. When you look at ClickFunnels and you look at Russell Brunson, you're just one funnel away. You've got to be relentless, and you don't know which email is going to find the person at the right time. You don't know which social media post is going to get someone's attention. You don't know which video on TikTok is going to go viral, but you've got to be relentless. And you might say, well, but it's not working. Well, then you have to keep going. If you're in this game to grow your business or grow your sales, you don't get to have fatigue and quit. You have to keep going relentless every single day. I tell folks all the time, we start with 250 pieces of content every single week in our social media. And then I add on top of it. So we're up to somewhere around 1,000 pieces of content every single month. Excuse me. And I want to 10x that. I want it to be more. I have found new platforms. I've got new pages. I know places that I'm not taking advantage of yet, but I've got to be relentless. Now, I used to say, hey, you're posting too much. I'm not really worried about that a whole lot. Now, on TikTok, impossible because of their outgoing algorithm. You're not going to post too much. You can post every single minute if capable. Now, on Facebook, I would always say if your content is hitting and people are commenting and liking, don't compete with it. But if you posted at 9 a.m. and that post is dead, it's not resurrecting. At noon, you got to throw another piece of content up there. So I'm now like 3, maybe even 4 times a day on Facebook, unless it takes off. But then, of course, you've got your personal page, you've got your business page, you've got groups, you've got tons of places you can be. So you can be relentless everywhere. And if you're sending out emails, you're like, I don't want to wear people out. If your open rate stays consistent, you're not wearing people out. So if you're doing once a week, try twice a week. If your open rate stays consistent, keep it up. If you can go to 3 days a week, if your open rate stays consistent, keep it up. If you see your open rate dipping, you got to make sure your content's good. But if it's dipping, maybe you want to pull back some. But you've got to be relentless, guys. Every single platform, every single place. Get good at one, add. Number 3, you cannot have any shame. You can't be, you've got to promote. Listen, if your product or service serves somebody or helps solve a problem, you have an ethical responsibility to let people know about it anyway. But you can't have any shame. You're like, oh, I'll be so embarrassed if people find out about that. You can't. Yeah, what was it? Alex Hormozi said, if you're broke, you can't have any shame. You can't. If you're broke, you've got to let people know what's going on. You've got to continue to work to get things. You can have no shame in this. And you're like, listen, this is how my family lives. This is how my family eats, right? This is how I make my money. I can't be like, oh, you know what? I mean, I'm embarrassed by this. No shame. Put out good content, solve someone's problem, let them know, and you can't have any shame. Listen, these guys are the kings of that. If you look in music, tireless self-promoters, even the people who try to be cool, like they're not promoting, are still hitting TikTok every single day. They're doing bands are doing like tour documentaries. What does it look like to be on the tour bus, behind the scenes? You cannot stop. Now, if you have the privilege of maintaining the revenue you want and you don't have to work this hard, good for you. You win the lottery. Most of us don't. Most of us have to keep going. So 3 lessons to learn from pop culture. Be everywhere. Be relentless. No shame. Apply this to your marketing, keep it up for 6 months, watch things be transformed. So, friends, thanks for tuning into this, especially the day before Thanksgiving. I hope you have a wonderful time with your family. Oh, I've got 2 things for you. I recently released a 365-day reader, the Capitalize Your Best daily reader. It's 365 quotes. It goes into detail on 10 areas of life that you can capitalize your best on. I'm very proud of this. You can get it on hardback, Kindle, and paperback. Audiobook will be available soon. On top of that, I really encourage you to sign up for the Decade in a Day workshop, where Don Lepore of RPI Group and I are going to spend an entire day helping you map out the next decade of your life. Links for both of those are going to be in the show notes. Check them out tirelessly and relentlessly and with no shame. I'm going to tell you, you should be at both those things. So, for instance,